Hello and welcome to another one of my Let's Play a Tank series today. In this video I picked up a random group of people to play Terror from Beyond on the group finder, or maybe they found me. I'm really not too sure. But yeah, in this video just enjoy watching us go through on story mode, group finder. There were definitely some people who are pretty new to this, as well as some experienced players in the group, and we had a good time. No one's killing the defective droid first. It's funny. Oh well. In story mode, it really doesn't matter. It just tickled us. That's it. The one thing about this group of ads is when the big guy dies, he'll create a puddle on the ground around him that will convert the little ones into big ones if they're inside of it. So I was trying to keep them away. We weren't 100% successful there, but that's the general idea with those groups, is one tank will separate the big ones out from the little ones. Oh well, whatever. Doesn't matter that they got converted into bigger guys. The one thing you can actually do as a stealth class here is these buttons that need to be clicked to be able to go up and open the next door. Technically somebody can go in and go all the way up to the first boss before the rest of the group is in here. You can go up, you can click the button here and then just stealth out of combat so that you're able to carry on to the next door. Hello. Hello. Generally, most groups you play with will choose to run past these ads because as soon as you drop into the boss room, those ads are going to no longer be targeting you. You can just run past all this. What I did there was I built a little bit of threat on those enemies so that there was less chance of them attacking our teammates as we went through. So you can just grab the jealous male whenever he spawns. Just keep him on you. Sound good?
Okie dokie.
And I'll just keep the main boss.
I will do my best.
Hello. I actually do really like this off. Quite a good one. I'm actually not 100% sure how I messed up that mechanic there. It's been a while since I've done this, but basically what I did was I stealthed out of combat there. It's supposed to remove the incubation stacks on you and not spawn the ads. This time they did spawn. Maybe I stealthed a little too late. Not sure exactly. So you can see here I have 7 stacks of the incubation, and I stealth out of combat, and all those stacks disappear without the ad spawning. So this time I made sure I did it before the jealous male warning came up to say he was spawning. Yeah, I have no idea why we got ads last time the male spawned. We shouldn't have.
You stealth out right before?
I stealthed out when the red text came up.
Server lag intentionally.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird.
Those mails down.
It was fine though. People dealt with it, no worries. I'm actually kind of happy that they made story mode so easy that you can just bring random people in and usually clear it.
Yeah, until we get to Operator 9 and they have to learn something.
Yeah, EFB gods, those both are a little bit like, yeah, there's actually something you need to know.
Same thing with the commanders, I guess, the 3 of them.
No, that one, you can bludgeon your way through those guys. You definitely can.
As long as nobody dies from Doom, I guess.
It doesn't kill you though, that's the thing.
It does.
On story mode, no, it's like so forgiving. One thing to pay attention to here is the glowing pulsing anomaly in the middle is the main priority. That should be killed first before the ads.
Need to kill the vortex.
Yeah, I don't know who isn't attacking the vortex, but there's a couple people.
Must only be ranged then.
Are you one of the healers then?
Yeah, I'm Jasinator.
Okay. Thought so. Shouldn't there be a third? Yeah, here we go. And they're not killing it again. Oh my gosh, they're making the healers work hard. In this tunnel, the general strategy is there's 2 groups of ads in here. You can just run through the first group and drag them over to the second group to kill them all in one group together. Sometimes I find that people do other weird things. Some people take them right to the end of the cave. There's really no reason to take them further than the second group because there's not another group outside of the cave to worry about. But again, as I said, a lot of people do different things, and you can see a lot of the group members are running.
It doesn't look like they're stopping.
There's only the 2 groups.
You may have to go. I know, but you may have to go to the end.
Yeah. yeah.
People came.
Even though, yeah, a lot of people just ran, not realizing there's only two groups.
I know. I usually stop with the second group, but a lot of people stop right here at the mouth of the exit to the cave. I don't know why they used to do that, but yeah, just go to the second group and stop.
So we just get past the frog boss, as I like to call him there. He can be a bit of a trolling thing. If people aren't standing in the right spot, everyone dies to him. A lot of players just skip him because it's not worth killing. You don't get anything special from that encounter. But it can be pretty fun as a little thing just to show players who haven't been in here before.
LOS or run in?
We should be fine at story mode. I don't think we're gonna have any issues.
Yeah, just whatever your choice is.
Oh, that guy didn't go to sleep. Damn it. Do you find as a healer it's easier when both tanks have some ads or when one tank has all the ads?
Same amount of damage goes out. If the tanks have the ads, doesn't matter how many.
But if only one tank has it, you don't have to figure out who to heal. You just heal one tank.
Yeah, but I tend to overheal the one tank anyway.
Right,
so
right. A lot of people here think that you should line of sight this group. It's actually kind of pointless because everybody is melee. Oh god.
I'm switching people all the time. So it really doesn't matter.
Except for the one Nova enemy in the top right of the screen there. You can simply just walk over to him and everything will stack on top of him.
I don't know anything, so it's just whatever I get is whatever I get. And you have most everything?
Someone, oh, the lore object, I guess. That's why they put the marker.
I did it. Just tell me which tank's gonna go to the right. Kasara.
These defenders of freedom, blindly denying the one true
Do they even
path
do
before
force
them.
leech on story mode? I don't think they do.
No, they don't.
And their lives.
But they still have stacks, and it's still a little bit harder to
Battle
keep them
free
alive.
will and avoid the agony of having it broken.
I assume I just take one of these and just hold them.
Yeah, take tank marker to the right and hold them there. If your
Yeah,
stacks if your stats get over 40, then swap.
You can just keep Kelsara for the whole fight unless we need to swap.
Is your other tank here?
Yep.
And I have no idea what I'm doing.
You don't really have to do the mechanics on story mode, but the general idea is that you cannot tank Herod. He's immune to taunts. And so we taunt Cypus and Kelsara, and usually there is tank swap mechanics that you have to swap between them, but on story mode, it's usually not an issue just because the outgoing damage from getting too many stacks is pretty minimal. So usually there'd be no tank swap while Herod is dying, and then you would start doing tank swaps once it's Kelsara and Cyphus left up. And then once it's just Kelsara, you would tank swap every time you get Force Leech on you, which we don't get in story mode. Force Leech would mean that any healing you take is actually converted to damage instead.
I don't know. I'm ready.
But yeah, you're just going to be on Kelsara the whole time, and if your stacks get too high, we'll say to swap, and you'll just swap to Cyphus, and I'll take Kelsara.
Those who will not serve will die.
Yeah, take her over to the tank.
You are the chosen.
Your struggle only prolongs the pain.
So now everyone would need to swap to Cyphus, deal enough damage to be able to like interrupt his bubble, and then we get back on Herod. Does Kelsara have a cleave?
Not really.
Okay. Cyphus has a cleave though, so if you're ever holding Cyphus, make sure you're not pointing him towards the group.
Your struggle only prolongs the pain.
So during this, this isn't mechanic, never mind. Usually there'd be a lightning field mechanic. I think it might be hard mode only.
I am a small sacrifice.
You will welcome death before the end. Consumed by
Oh,
fear.
you are right. It still does instant kill on story mode. I thought it didn't.
You will welcome death before the end.
At least we got lots of green puddles now for someone else who's smart enough to use them. And as I say that, one just gets eaten by a person being dumb. And another. There we go, now we got 4. One leash is freaking doomed. He's dead.
You will all share this fate.
Might want to do a tank swap.
Before the end.
Okay, let's swap now. Take Cyphus off me. Ah, shit. Now you kept Kelsara with my taunt. There we go. Gotta love that 30-second combat res.
Yeah, but it's 5 minutes per person.
What?
In the group, it's only if it's a long story. Just I can't res anymore for 5 minutes.
That's weird, because usually when I
The
do
group, somebody else with it who's a heal spec can do it every 30 seconds.
So your personal ability to combat res has a 5-minute cooldown?
Everybody's does except for one special tactical.
Oh. Okay, didn't know that.
But we have 2 sages. To
Run.
Power res.
Yeah, you're good. Are there gonna be the ads soon?
There are no ads in story mode.
Oh, really? Oh. So many things I don't know about story mode because I'm used to doing it on harder.
Yeah. I run ops, so I know story and hard. I don't know Nim.
I almost cleared this on Nim. We were so freaking close to killing the air at the end. We got him down to like 20. Well, we got him. He enraged on us a few times. Put it that way. If you want, you can take Kelsara back off me. You don't have to, but you can after the beam's done.
We are more forgiving than the masters.
My first time ever doing.
Oh, it's totally
Anything.
fine.
I've never done on ops before.
Well, good thing you decided to say yes. Instead of being worried that you weren't good enough. No, it's another tank right now. But there is a healer in here as well. A healer and a tank with me and boys.
We are more forgiving than the masters. My purpose has been served.
The shield is broken, but the sword is drawn.
Wait till everybody gets to the entrance before we all jump in. We want to kill core.
So we'll just pick up whatever ads we can, keep them on us, and basically everyone else is supposed to kill the core first. Doesn't usually happen that way. Stay out of the lightning.
Target first, then flame. You can definitely tell in here that some of the DPS are not killing the core first, and it's okay to do AoE damage on everything, but definitely shouldn't be focusing any of your targets on specifically the ads. They are not listening at all. One ad left and the core is still not dead. Well, the next two rooms should be fun.
Good thing it's story mode, that's all I can say.
And this is the whole pug run. You don't know anybody here?
No, I don't think I know it. Actually, one person in here I recognize that I've raided with before. But
Well, the healers are staying out here because expecting you to pull everybody out, but I guess not.
well, if the ads aren't gonna ignore, if the DPS aren't gonna ignore ads, you won't get healer aggro anyways. So what you'll notice I'm doing here is I'm trying to grab all the ads, group them up. Usually what would happen is DPS would just go in and do the cores, and a healer would stay back with the tanks at the entrance to the room so that all the ads would automatically aggro on the healer due to the way threat works. And then you'd be able to keep everything at the door while they finish off the cores. Wow, I can't believe this, that like nobody's reading. We've typed in chat like 4 times to kill the core. Would have dragged them over to the core, but then you gotta stand near lightning.
Two of them got rid of one of the cores.
Yeah.
And it serves them right if we get a whole bunch more ads.
I've never actually had more ads spawn like this. I didn't know it was a thing.
That's why you kill cores first, so that no ads show up.
The things that I'm learning about that I never knew. After almost clearing this in Nightmare.
Same thing with the vortices. If you didn't kill those vortices first, they spawn more in.
Oh, I thought it was just because they do the AoE pulse damage. Never seen them spawn ads either.
Because you haven't been in any really bad pug groups.
Well, not for this op. I have been in really bad pug groups, but not on this op. Duxing can be painful. Holy
Okay, you gonna rearrange the frames?
Abnormal species emigrate.
It doesn't really
Operator
matter
restriction
too much,
beyond this
but
field.
like that.
Well, I prefer the tanks and healers be free to do their job, so they should be in the center.
So what I've done here is I've set up the frames so that there is only one healer per row and one tank per row, and that there's always DPS on your right column, and then you pick your colors based off of that. So you just go down by rows and you're going to match your colors. So top row we're getting blue, and then orange, and then purple, and then yellow. That's also the order that the color mechanics come out on this boss. And you generally want to have your healers and tanks stand in the middle while a DPS channels the console.
I bet we're gonna wipe at least once or twice if there's people who haven't channeled before.
So yeah, there's a color matching boss. So what you're going to be doing is you just want to pick up ads whenever you see ads coming in. We can share that duty. At the very start, the middle where the hologram is, that circle will turn blue. I'll stand in it, and somebody else will channel, which will unshield to the cores. We're going to kill those cores. And then once that's done, it's going to turn orange, and then it'll be your turn to stand in the middle. As long as you're standing in that middle area where it's orange, you're doing the right thing. You can still tank, you can still pick up ads if you want. There's a big droid called a regulator droid that can do a knockback. Don't pick them up if you're in the middle. And then once we go through all four colors, it'll switch to the second phase. The boss will come down in the middle. I will taunt the boss, and I will hold the boss. You just help with ads as much as you can. And the only thing you really need to worry about is if you see your color orange called. If you see the red text says a name, it'll probably say my name, and then a color. And if it's orange, you go in, as long as you have that buff on you, the orange bisector buff. Once you've gone in once, it'll disappear. You can't go in a second time. And yeah, and if you see your name called, you go in the middle. You just stack in the middle, and then.
No, there's no name calls in story mode. There's no there's no color cancellation.
Oh, okay.
After the first phase where we go through all four colors and kill all the cores, the boss just shows up, and the only other mechanic is the colors in the small circles that we have to walk through.
Okay, so the smaller circles around the middle of the boss, they'll just look for your color and run through it.
Yeah, so Bellinar, you're orange. Make sure you memorize your color. I'm purple. I gotta think about that.
Aberrant infestation decried. Blue bisection of system anomaly initiated.
No, nobody's channeling yet.
Orange equilateral must be achieved.
DPS needs to go kill cores.
I'm screaming it.
Operator. Value missing. Black obtuse.
Thankfully we have lots of time. There we go. It's going to switch to orange. Now you're up.
Yeah, so Bellinar, you have to stay on the orange circle in the middle, or else the channeler can't channel.
Man, you had a lot of healer aggro. It was hard to rip off.
It's not me.
Whoever that was had those two ads.
Units.
Alright,
Green
we're switching
non-atomic.
colors. You can get out now and you
Green
can just go back to
non-fade.
tanking the
Now
ads
potable result.
or help DPS the cores.
System purge. System purge. System purge.
Now it's yellow. Sweet, shields are down. I'll get this big guy. His end line should be
One of you needs to
disrupted.
take the main boss when he comes. Who's
I'm
going to
taking
make?
that. That'll be breakfast.
Let Velendar take that guy.
Hypergate seal failure imminent. Evacuation
No ads.
protocol.
Shutdown requires administrative authority.
Those little smaller round circles, usually what you do is you avoid standing in them. I guess that's a nightmare only thing.
That's a nightmare thing where if you step in the wrong color, you get hurt, but not here. And there's going to be no call outs. Run into the middle.
It's so weird, so easy.
Relatively speaking, you are correct.
Just gotta figure out that first phase, that's it.
Operator response timed out. Please.
A lot of yellows and oranges.
Wow, not even ads.
Operator
Really?
response.
Yep, no ads.
Please repeat.
This gradually gives you more mechanics. And shield down.
Operator response timed out. Please repeat. Operator response timed out. Please repeat.
Let's wait until we get to the last boss and ranged people are standing everywhere, attacking tentacles and not doing any damage.
Operator response timed out. Please repeat.
When you in story mode, you can still push the boss too fast and make him reset, or no?
Yes, you can. You can.
Okay.
Adapting. Process aborted. System
I know that's
failure.
usually the biggest problem is getting
Adapting.
people to not push the
Process
boss too hard.
aborted.
Yeah, because they're just shooting the boss the whole time. I'm not
Or
knowing
they
the
do it
tentacle
immediately.
mechanic.
I know on Nim a lot of times you actually have anybody with a dot spread class has to be careful not to dot spread because it's just too much outgoing damage on the boss usually.
Goes from the tentacles to the bomb.
Yep. Well, I'm gonna say you definitely seem to know how to play your Vanguard pretty well, and seems like you're pretty confident at tanking. What do you think?
I just hit the buttons that are lighting up.
I see you trying to group enemies up, hold them. It doesn't seem like you're losing threat too much. Can't think of any mechanic where you're screwed by having melee.
DP hard mode Raptus.
Oh, I mean on this fight, like this operation. Because there are a lot of other ops where you're screwed. Like, try do Ravagers, Master and Blaster with 4 melee. No thanks. Or first phase of Revan with 4 melee. Ouch. It's doable though, at least, unlike Master Blaster. Oh yeah, Zorn and Toth would be another one that would be annoying as hell. Basically, we can ignore all mechanics on this fight because our healers are really good. But generally what happens is... Fuck, I forget, is it the tank that doesn't have threat? Or is it the tank that has threat gets like
Where? Here? Yeah, there is no lightning between the boss and a pillar. There is nanites. If you want to clear it, you got to get them to the pillar. But and there's no orbs. There's no lightning feet swap for the tanks.
Oh, there isn't a lightning field to cleanse?
No.
Okay.
There are there are blue circles on the ground, but they're very dim and they really don't hurt that much. The only mechanic here really is the first 50%. You just tank and spank, and the healers have nothing to do, so the healers can DPS as well. Once he hits 50, he jumps to the middle. Where I put the DPS marker is one of the several safe spots where things don't hit. People don't get hurt that much by nanites here, so the mechanics, like you say, aren't critical. The only thing that is when he gets to 11%, get him to the middle of the room when he starts shooting missiles out of his back. And the tank should orbit him. Probably both clockwise or both counterclockwise is good, and keep taunting so that all the missiles go to you guys, and then we all stack on boss and stay out of the little yellow circles if they show up and kill him.
You want to hold the boss on this fight?
You just face him toward the ramp.
Sure.
Yeah, just never face him towards people's general idea. And then sometimes I'll get you to drag him over to a pillar. I'll put a tank marker up for you and just say drag him over to the pillar. It'll be a different one potentially, but I can't remember if they glow or if it's just any.
Yeah, they'll all be gone, and then one at a time they will reform, and there'll only be one or two up at a time. So I usually say north or northwest or south or southeast or something like that. If you want to designate where you're headed.
Yeah, I've got flow.
I know some groups, even on hard mode, they ignore the mechanics and just straight burn them.
Well, the only mechanic on hard mode I make sure to do is the tanks and the healers stay away from the center of the room to not get an orb.
Well, yeah, people do the orbs. Yeah, you're right. But the nanites, like a lot of people skip the breaking of the pillars entirely in the nanites.
Yeah, if people stay together and you got good group heals, you can get through that, yeah. Okay, I'm moving to my safe spot.
You just stay out of the red circle when he comes down. That's about it.
Yeah, it goes out in 8 different directions, so...
Generally, if you just stand towards where you were tanking before, it won't hit you. Okay, so this will give some nanites out.
Yeah, red circle means that's the person that's going to jump on.
You can drag them over to the pillar. Sure, you already buy one. Perfect.
I didn't see the pillar fall down.
Someone clicked a totally different pillar is what happened. What's this big blue circle mean?
That's a remnant of the lightning feet.
Oh. Bring him over to the pillar again.
Standing in it too long.
So see, that knocks him down. Anybody who's also clicked on it would also get cleansed of their nanites at the same time.
There's 2 in the north.
Now one leash has it. So usually what would happen is if multiple people have nanites, they would all go over and they would start channeling, and then when the last person clicks, you just break the channel. End it early. Oh, and someone else has them now. The other healer also has them. Yeah, there we go. So they just cleanse their nanites. So yeah, the very last phase, we just run around like crazy because he'll be lobbing missiles, I guess, at us. And we just
Yeah, you see on his back, he's got missile silos now. Okay, I would take him to the middle of the room as soon as possible. Okay, orbit
now
in
we just
taunted.
run. We just run now. Everyone else should be in melee range. Stay away from the boss while you run. Be farther away. Yeah, there you go. That way those rockets don't land near the group. You're still too close. You don't even have to worry about DPS him. Like, it's not...
Yeah, your job is to take all the missiles
away
away from us who are DPSing it.
Plus you got hammer shot. You can hammer shot from a mile away.
If it's your first time in here and you got the one-time mission, you need to talk to the glass here. If you bypass this, you won't get the one-time mission completed. And the water is an exhaustion zone, so stay out of the water.
So there's going to be 2 big tentacles that spawn, and then you're going to always have one, and I'm always going to have one. When they go down, they're going to move around a little bit. As far as I remember, on story mode, we don't have to worry about pushing them, right? We can kill them one at a time. It doesn't matter.
No. In story mode, down here, you kill one only. Put all the DPS on the left one, for example, and then when it goes to 0, they both disappear. And then you've completed that phase. There are no distortions either. And if we get all the DPS on one tentacle and if they're good enough, then we won't even get ads from the water. And we get pulled up on the 3rd time. So tell them to stay left on all phases below. And if you want, you can split them up above, or you can start on the left and then move to the right. But above, you've got to kill them one at a time. Or no, you can kill them one at a time, but you got to kill both. So if Belindar wants to taunt and tank the tentacle on the right, I'll keep him alive, and everybody else and you tank the one on the left. And Belindar, we need to avoid, once the two tentacles disappear, we need to avoid the line of, we call them the linebackers, but a line of like football ads that come out from under the boss. I suggest you jump on the rock over where the tank marker is. That's a safe spot if you can make the jump. I missed it.
I wouldn't bother. It's a bit complicated. Like, so there might, if we do get an ad that comes out of the water, you do not want that ad to touch you. It will kill you unless you have something like emergency power.
Right. We don't want it to get to the tank.
But yeah, if there's one that comes out of the water and starts following you, just run away from it. The ones that come out from the boss in the middle, you just back up closer to the water's edge, and you find a gap between them, and you stand in the middle of two. Because if you get within like 8 meters or something, they'll aggro on you and kill you.
Well, in story, they just hit you with 40% hurt, but in hard mode, you'd die.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to make sure that... I suggest that Belindar above get the irregularity behind the boss, because everyone seems to forget that one, and then work his way clockwise around back, and then have the DPS on that side. Start from the front of the boss and work their way around to the right. Anyway,
so yeah,
I think
when we get sucked up into the second phase, there's going to be a whole bunch of platforms, and there's like a little hypergate teleporty thing to get you to move around between platforms. You can hit the boss from any platform, but anything that's on a platform you can only hit by standing on that platform. So basically there will be a point where the boss spawns in a whole bunch of hypergate beacons, I think, or something, and everyone has to go kill them. So what he's saying is go kill the one behind the boss first, and then just start moving around looking for ones that are still alive and help kill them. So when your tentacle pops up, grab it. And I don't have to count slams. How nice.
is that Nim?
Oh yeah, their rage slam, you have to use something for it or you die. I mean, if you can use a defensive for every slam, you try to.
Yeah, we have ads in the back.
Yeah, so those two ads that just spawned, one of them is going to come after you, and do not let it touch you. Just run around once it gets close. DPS should be able to kill them for us, though, but you never know. Okay, here's the guys coming. Look at the middle. Find a gap. You're not hit by them. And back on.
Here's your tentacle.
Oh, did I just aggro one?
Yeah, don't get too close to the boss. Just have him slam sideways toward the water.
Yeah, I've made that mistake. You back up into the boss and it kills you. Or you blade blitz out of a slam into the boss, you're dead. Okay, the ads are up that can kill you, so just watch them when they get too close.
Yeah, they're crisscrossing.
Oh, DPS switched to ads instead of finishing tentacles first. Well,
Only the ranged.
so watch out for ads coming from the middle again. There they come.
Okay, come on over here. Yeah, that's a good spot. Stop. Head to the middle. Stay out of the green goo.
The ads in the back are up. Just keep an eye on
We
them.
shouldn't worry about it if the tentacle's almost down.
I'm just letting him know so he knows to keep an eye on them to make sure that he doesn't get run in by one. And we
Just run away, you're going to get pulled up to the upper area, so just, we don't have to kill it. Linda, I would go down to the tentacle on the right. We lost somebody.
Oh, someone died?
Where's their body? It's supposed to be up here. But
Yeah,
it's way
yeah.
far away. It didn't come up here, so I can't res him.
Ah, that seems like a glitch. Because, you know, this game doesn't have those. Yeah, in Nightmare, you actually have to tank on very specific platforms and then kite the spit. And Scream would be a tank swap, so you can taunt here, taunt the boss. And I'm going to return to the very starting area. And
That's only a hard mode mechanic. You can learn it and practice it, but you don't have to. You can single tank it.
Yep. I'm just... Might as well since he's here, though.
Yeah, but you don't have to jump off except hard mode.
Oh, you don't have to cleanse Scream, is what you mean?
No, there's nothing to cleanse. There's no need to jump off the back.
So the main thing you want to be aware of when you're tanking a boss is don't tank on a platform that has the tentacle, because when he spits on you, you don't want to leave spit on the platform with the tentacle.
Yeah. And yeah, so I would tank him from the back row, not the front row right next to him. That way you're not going to leave spit where the DPS are going to run.
Looks like the hunting's going alright. I don't see a lot up, I just see one.
Left tentacle looks like about 15%. You're going to have irregularities.
You can taunt if you want because of the screen. Okay, Hypergate irregularities. You just want to kill the one and just go find more as you kill them. Kill as many as you can until they're all dead. I think... Oh, there's some more left up outside. Okay, so tentacles are now behind the boss, so we want to tank in a different location. So that we're not going to drop them on those tentacles. Now we're more in the front of the boss. Yeah, that works right where you are. There's Scream, you can taunt here if you want, to do the mechanic. So if you're not tanking the boss, you can go damage one of the tentacles as well. That's an option. There's the Scream.
What's taking so long on those tentacles? We have one DPS down.
Yeah, that's probably the main reason. Okay, go kill irregularities. Kill them until they're all dead.
Oh, they're forgetting the one right in the front of the boss.
I just think no one's there yet. Yeah, someone's there now.
That's me.
Oh,
I dropped from my healing.
yeah, see, we didn't kill them fast enough, so they started zapping us like this as a punishment. Tentacles are back up now. So stop DPSing Terror. Don't do any more damage to him. He's getting too low on health. I think our DPS is split as well. Well, not the end of the world. That's not ideal. Oh no. Okay. Damn it. Okay, I think, are we actually on burn phase? Or did we reset him?
No, I don't see two tentacles.
I think we might be on burn then.
Yeah, everybody needs to get on a separate platform. It'd be better.
So basically what you want to do on this phase is watch your target of target, and whenever he's not targeting me, you taunt him. And then when he switches off you, I'll taunt. So I'll taunt next when he loses target of you. Pop a defensive. This is enrage. So get ready to taunt when he's... There you go. Taunt. And then I'll grab him next.
Yeah, whenever he goes to a non-tank.
Okay, taunt now. Taunt now.
We have to get the boss to 3%.
There we go, we did it.
Now we get teleported down below when I can raise that dead person.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that the game glitched out and killed them while we were being teleported. And they didn't come with.
And they've been
Would've gone so
rezzed.
much
They
faster.
probably walked away and they're gonna miss their loot.
Oh well, it's not very good loot anyways. I don't think they need it. There's already 306. And let's see. Oh, they're not wearing set bonus gear though, so maybe they want some better loot. Or the small chance of better loot.
Well, thanks for the group. You have a good night.
Yeah, thank you too.
Now I can go do hard mode.
Now what?
Now I can go do hard mode.
I want to learn a few of the hard mode mechanics first, but yeah. At least now you have an idea of how it goes.
I joined a hard mode raid team the other day, so
Nice.
we'll see.
I hope you enjoyed that video, and we'll see you in the next one.